Good morning. Saturday morning, sitting here actually listening to Mark Metri's podcast interview of Ed Mylett. A couple of my favorite people. Ed Mylett, a guy that is at the top of his game, although he'll tell you he's not at the top yet, that he has a long way to go. And Mark Metri, an absolutely amazing young man who has come a long way in less than the year that I've known him, and only known him through conversations here on LinkedIn and listening to his interviews and how he has amazingly progressed and how unbelievably proud he must be, as Ed Mylett says in this interview. Wow, you're a great interviewer. I was just thinking about that. This had to be an amazing moment. But as I listened to this interview, Ed Mylett said something that you should treat people great leaders rather, treat people as they see what they can be and not as they are. And it got me thinking to training of my team, and that, I guess unconsciously, is how I train my team. I treat my team as I know that they can perform, as I know what they'll look like when they're at the top level of their performance and doing the absolute best job that they possibly can. And that's how I train them. That's how I treat them. And I really feel like that's the way that people should be training people. Once again, facts tell and stories sell. If you know what moves your team, and this goes back to a video I made a long time ago about actually knowing your people, walking around every morning, talking to your team, understanding who their kids are, if they don't have kids, what's important to them. I know that one of my guys every Monday goes to a cat shelter and takes care of cats, and I know that's really important to him. I know another has a grandson who's autistic and absolutely means the world to him. You need to know these things about your team, and by knowing those things, that this word will be taken in a negative way, but it's absolutely not. You can manipulate what you need from your team. And I'm not saying manipulation in a bad way at all. Manipulation is not, if it's done for evil purposes, absolutely is negative. And I would never, ever, ever, ever suggest that you ever do that. You will lose the trust of your team. And once you have lost the trust, you have lost everything, and you might as well move on and do something else. You always have to have the trust of your team. But with that trust and with understanding them, you can manipulate behaviors and you can get them to that level that you see them at. They may be here, and this is maybe where they've accepted their life to be. And you know that they can take it to here or above this camera level. And it's your job as a leader to help them get there, to help see what potential they do contain inside themselves. And as a leader, you need to bring that out. You need to reach in there and pull that out of them. You're not going to be able to do it for everybody. You all know my story over the last week of someone that, quite frankly, I still feel like I'm letting him down. I think I can get more out of him, and maybe I'll get there. But as of now, he doesn't want to let that come out. So you can only do so much. But anyways, this longer video than I intended it to be. Just a little Saturday morning thought. Treat your people as you know they can be and not as they are, and work from a point of emotion with them. Understand them, know them, and train that way. Use those emotions to manipulate the behaviors that you need to get them to the next level. It's better for them. It's better for the team, which is better for everybody overall. Have a great Saturday.